Hello everyone. This is Trina Boyd. I wanted to do a video on today. Um, Basically, my channel is about mostly a rise. I go over a lot of things pertaining to a rise. Anything that you can think of with a rise is probably on my channel. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe to my channel for updates and videos about a rise. But today I'm going to talk about a rise or live ops. So I have been doing call center work for about ever since I would say 22. So over 10 years. So I've tried everything you can think about. I've done the actual brick and mortar call center. That's how it got started when I was 18. And then as I became a military wife, I started to venture off to looking for at home jobs. So I wanted to be able to do what I do, but do it from home. So one of the things that I did do, I'm currently doing a rise, and I also done LiveOpps and a couple of other ones where you can do it from home. So I'm going to go into the benefits of LiveOpps and the benefits of a rise. So and you can make a decision on which one will better fit you or which one better work for you. So when I initially started, like I said, I did do brick and mortar, but then I also LiveOpps was first. So I did LiveOpps first. So one of the things that I noticed about LiveOpps, as far as the process of actually getting started, it was much easier. Like the process was easier. It was easier to get hired through LiveOpps. But the only thing I did not like was you didn't get a lot of hours. You are able to make your own hours, but if I'm not mistaken, because it's been like over 10 years ago when I did LiveOpps, it's basically infomercials. So basically, you're reading from a script. So you're reading from a script, and the only time that you're on the phone is when you are actually, or the only time that you're getting paid is when you're actually on the phone. So with that being said, with LiveOps, you didn't get a lot of hours, and the only time that you really would probably be making money is like late at night. So that's a con for me because I do have a family, and at the time I did have a family too. So I didn't want to be up all night, 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock on the phone. So anytime I set my schedule like in the daytime with LiveOps, I remember vaguely it wasn't like calls was not coming in. So if you know with infomercials that they do with infomercials are normally at nighttime. So that's why it was busier at night versus in the daytime. They don't really do infomercials in the daytime. Um, so that's the only thing I did not like about LiveOps was that you had to work at night in order to get money and it wasn't a lot of money. You are getting paid when you are actually on the phones. So, and it's per minute. So it wasn't like a rise is intervals. So it's 30 minutes, you get paid, and then another 30 minutes is per intervals. So it's different versus minute by the minute. So, but when I initially started LiveOps, I was saying, okay, it's about a minute. So I'm probably can make more money if I'm on the phone for a whole 60 minutes straight. Is way more than minimum wage, right? So it's way more than minimum wage. But that's how they get you because you're probably thinking if I'm getting paid $1 per minute or whatever it is per minute, that's $60 for 1 hour, right? So, but that wasn't the case because you're not constantly on the phone. And then you have to know, okay, the only time I can really make money is in the evening. So I didn't like it. Another thing I didn't like about LiveOps when you're reading from the script, and this was 10 years ago, so I don't know how to do it now. But when you're reading from the script, you have to stay on that script, so you can't venture off and kind of remix anything. So you can't remix what you're saying. And if a customer was to reject or whatever it is, you can't really rebuttal. You have to rebuttal what they say. It's like you're sounding like a robot, really. So I didn't really like that. Because customer service is more than just, a script. Sometimes the only time you really need to be using the script is when you are actually doing the opening and closing, and that's it. So LiveOps, it was scripted the entire time. upsell. I didn't like that either. You had to upsell them at the end, and it's crazy. So that's one reason I stopped doing live ops. The second, after live ops, I ran into Arise. So I really like the setup with Arise, the way they had it set up. Now it's even more beneficial with Arise. So I really, truly like that too. But when I initially started with Arise, I love the fact that you can be your own boss. You can start your own call center. I was really drawn to that because I am an entrepreneur at heart. I was really drawn to, having your own call center. But initially, I was going to go under someone. I don't know if I ever told this story, but I was going to go under a call center initially. But what made me not do it was because the lack of support. So when I initially started, it wasn't like I can just call someone and speak with them about what they offer, what their fees are, none of that stuff. I was just going to be signing up under somebody, and after me researching Arise, it was like, okay, they can charge all these fees. You don't even know how much they're charging because I couldn't get in contact with anyone. So I was just like, this is not going to work. I don't like the unknown. So what I did was I went and did my paperwork, and I actually started my own call center. That way, since I know how everything works, how Arise operate, you have to be on the call center, that kind of thing. I was just like, I'm just going to do my own call center. It'll be better. I can see more. I can learn on my own. And that's how I got started with Arise. So I like Arise better because of the opportunity. Even if you were to say if you wanted to do live ops or Arise, you have to look at the benefits of making more money with the Rise. So you would probably be making more money with the Rise. It's like with live ops, you do have to build up who you are in the customer service world to be able to get more money, according to this other lady, because she was saying she was making like $15 an hour or maybe $14 an hour with live ops, and I was just like, there's no way. But she had been with them for years. I can't, I don't want to waste years just to make that amount per hour. So Arise was a better fit for me because I can instantly go in, take calls if I wanted to. Even though I'm an IBO, I can take calls if I wanted to. So that was the first thing I did when I initially started with Arise. I did take calls because that's what I was used to, because I wasn't looking to get customer service reps under my call center initially. But then I started to research. And as I'm researching, I found out that it's bigger than just taking calls with Arise. And I've been an IBO, you make so much more money. So that's why I chose to do Arise versus LiveOps. So yeah, that's my story on either Arise or LiveOps, and why you should or should not choose LiveOps or Arise. But also another thing with Arise, right now they have 3 different opportunities. Initially, when I started back with Arise, it was harder to get with Arise. Now it's not harder to sign up with Arise. Initially, when I signed up, you had to do a full customer service course before you are even on the portal. I think it was like maybe 40 questions that you had to do before, and you had to pass with like an 85%. And I was just like, okay, even though I passed, I was helping someone else, and she was not able to pass. So that was the issue. And thank God they don't have that anymore. Only thing that you need now is just a background check to pass. Before that, you didn't even need a background check until you actually started servicing. So they're switching things up. They have their reasons of why they're doing this, and I kind of know why they switched it up to where they want to do a background check before you get on the portal. I did experience some people who were international, was just getting on the portal, trying to go under my call center, and they were internationally. We don't service internationally in the USA unless you're in Canada or in the UK. So they were trying to say they were Americans, and then trying to go under my call center with no social security number or anything. But initially, when they joined, they didn't have to put anything. They didn't have to put. I don't think they had to put a social in or do a background check or anything. So when they got under the call center, and they even got into training and everything. I don't even know how that happened. But once they were in training, Arise caught on to it, and they had to, produce documents and they wasn't able to produce those documents. So that's what happened. So I see that's one reason they probably have it to where you have to do your background check first. The only thing I don't like about it is because some people aren't internationally, and they don't want to pay that $10 starting off, but it's only $10. But it was much easier for people to get under the portal, so I see why Arise did that. But other than that, I really like the platform. Now, like around tax season is when any IBO should be really trying to get CSPs regardless. So I encourage IBOs to, market, show them how to market. I do have a marketing course just for marketing. I do have a group now, where a support group that we do for IBOs, and just twice a month. And in the group, we kind of just brainstorm, mastermind, and I answer any questions that you may have pertaining to you being an IBO or a call center. So with that being said, I will have a link below if you would like to join the group. We meet in a private setting. It's a private online setting, and you will get a link each time. You'll get notified each time of the times that we're doing it, and then it's a really great group to be in if you're struggling as an IBO. I am kind of thinking about doing something for CSPs. I don't know, customer service reps, I don't know yet, but IBOs definitely, we have our mastermind group. Twice a month we meet in a private setting. So I will have that link below if you are looking to start your own call center from start to finish, including marketing. I have a course for that. I will provide that link as well. And if you just want marketing, like you need more CSPs, I have a course for that as well. So you should have no excuse why you should not be making money. It's not too late. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching.